The filthy era continues on Friday nights, but Satoshi Kojima might be heading for a championship resurgence. I'm Chris Charlton, and this is Finish Strong for the week of June the 25th, 2021. With the wrestling world still buzzing over the news that Resurgence is coming to the Torch at LA Coliseum on August the 14th with live fans in attendance, the question remains who will represent Strong as its openweight champion on this major event. Tonight we got one step closer to finding out when Carl Fredericks challenged Filthy Tom Lawler. But the night started with tag team action as the DKC and Kevin Knight took on Fred Yehai and Wheeler Yuta. Last week, 8 teams were announced in the huge tag team tournament that is Tag Team Turbulence, starting July 16th on NJPW Strong. The recently debuted Yehai and Yuta wanted to prove why they are one of the top seeds in this tournament, but Kevin Knight and the DKC were just as eager to show that they aren't complete underdogs, and were intense in the opening minutes. Yet Yehai was quick to show just how dangerous he could be, as he almost rolled into the Koji clutch before landing an exploder to the DKC before he and Wheeler Yuta took over on Knight. Knight couldn't get to the LA Dojo corner until a gorgeous dropkick got DKC in, who did all he could to try and trap Yehai. LA Dojo double teams did make their mark on Yehai, and then Kevin Knight almost trapped Yuta in a series of pins, but a missed splash and then a crucifix got Yehai and Yuta the W to kick us off this week. Next, singles action saw Clark Connors face Rocky Romero. These two were involved in a wild brawl after their match 2 weeks ago on Strong, as the Wild Rhino wanted to prove himself against veteran Romero. That was the theme in the early going, as Clark repeatedly proved to Rocky that he wasn't a young lion to be schooled anymore, coming up with the upper hand on the mat before showing impressive speed to boot. Connors then even offered his leg to Rocky in receipt of very stiff kicks before the match began to grow more intense. A big tackle scored for Connors, as well as a snap suplex, while the recent dojo graduate escaped Rocky's rewind kick. Connors was in full control, but he went for the pounce too early, Rocky evading and scoring with a lariat. Rocky cut off his spear as well and kept up the offense with a swinging DDT for 2 before starting that signature work on the left arm. Romero took over Connors and landed a knee off the apron before catching his opponent in a cross arm breaker inside the ring that drove him to the ropes. The left arm clearly pained Connors on strike exchanges as Rocky brought some punishing kicks, but the shoulder did hold together long enough for a brutal spear, and that was it. A snap power slam followed, and then the trophy kill to give Connors the emphatic victory. And then it was down to our main event, the Strong Openweight Championship on the line, as Carl Fredericks challenged Filthy Tom Lawler. The championship opportunity for Fredericks earned by the Alpha Wolf after a top rope elimination during a match some weeks ago. The champion was always skeptical as to whether Carl Fredericks deserved his shot, and was arrogant as the match kicked off. But when Fredericks started bringing the pace, Lawler bailed to the floor, clearly flustered by his challenger. A strategy meeting on the floor with JR Kratos clearly paid off, however, as when Lawler got back inside opposite Fredericks, he buried a devastating knee to the midsection. And then when Fredericks fired back, he was elevated in a major way and sent crashing all the way to the floor over the top rope. Outside the ring, the challenger was sent over the guardrail and the champion wanted the 20 count from referee Jeremy Marcus, instead having to pile on the pressure as his challenger got inside at 16. Cinching in a cravat, Lawler buried the knees into Fredericks, who blocked a PK but couldn't follow up with a spinebuster counted into a front choke. As the challenger was in big trouble, Fredericks tried to summon up a corner dropkick but was stopped instead with a flying forearm. An overhead kick though did give Carl some distance, enough for a splash and that signature Shibata-esque dropkick, before a spinebuster into an STF. Lawler countered the hold into a crossface but did not see the MD coming, a move that surely would have meant a new Strong Openweight champion were it not for the fact that Lawler made the bottom ropes. Fredericks wanted another one off the top rope, but instead got DDT'd out of the corner and then caught with a massive PK for the win. Tom Lawler making his second defense of the Strong Openweight Championship. Yet the champion wanted to add insult to injury after the match, leading to this. A mock show of respect that was turned into a sickening beatdown, stopped by Satoshi Kojima.
Hey, Tom, Lola, listen. I'm next challenger. Okay? I will kick your ass.
What?
Kojima declaring that he will be Lola's next challenger. When will that be? And could the strongest arm in professional wrestling be the strongest champion in NJPW as we head to Resurgence? Resurgence hits the torch at LA Coliseum on August 14th, and you can be there. Tickets are on sale from Ticketmaster on June 30th, and you can be there to see NJPW return to live fans in the US with big-time names like Fred Russo, Juice Robinson and David Finlay, the Good Brothers, Machine Gun Carl Anderson and Doc Gallows, the never openweight champion Switchblade Jay White, and the IWGP US Heavyweight Champion Jon Moxley, all in action, plus many, many more. And that's not all, as after immense popular demand, we are welcoming fans to NJPW Strong. Fighting Spirit Unleashed 2021 in LA is coming Monday, August 16th, and you can be there. Those tickets also are available June 30th. Head to njpw1972.com for more information. That's it. We've finished strong for another week. Until next time, go kigenyo. Sayonara.